My heart rages around like an ocean in my head, because there are so many things that I left unsaid. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that is not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, now I'll find you in my dreams. My heart rages around like an ocean in my head. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that is not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, now I'll find you in my dreams. I'll find you in my My heart rages around like an ocean in my head. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that is not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, now
Hello everyone, and welcome back for what is going to be the final part of Broken Sword, the Smoking Mirror. We left it last week. George was going down to, he was in the Caribbean and he'd found the point where it was, where the stone was going to be, and he just wandered off. And then it transferred us back to London with Nico, where she had gotten off the train and she was going to the docks. Oh, have I still got the Fall Guys music on in the background? Hang on. But this will mess up all the resolution, but there's no choice. I can't do anything else about it. Ooh, then I've got to fight to get the mouse onto the other screen. There we go. There we go. Hopefully that's all now restored back to normal. Which one was it we did? Did we do like a Half-Life or a Halo episode or something like that, and it had the Minecraft in the background, the sort of like relaxed tune that I play? Oh, did you just check last week to see if it was? No, I don't think that sort of like wacky music that I put on there would be on this one. It's this is the music you get with Broken Sword, but I was a bit dubious about the menu music playing. Anyway, we'll get into this one. So this is going to be the last part because we're just going to, regardless, we'll just plough on because I think we're quite a ways through anyway. 77%. So yeah, if we were to leave anything, we would only have like 5 minutes worth of footage left or something to do in the following week. So we'll just plough through and see how long it gets. Now, as you know, we have lost our dog Biscuits. It's tragic, I know. And also his Theodolite. Yeah, he used up his Theodolite in the last session as well, leaving only his panties. See, restore, confirm, or confirm, restore even. Right, well, what have we got here then? Got a bloke over there.
Of heaving litter. I suppose the Thames was under it somewhere.
Let me know if the sound is too loud for their voices.
It was risky, but I thought I could get to the next crate unseen.
Now, if he can't see her from there, he wants to be drowned in that river.
It was the door to the boat's main cabin.
I'm guessing that we have to go up the ladders here. I'll wait until this fella comes back around because I don't know quite what the time is going to be.
A ladder gave access to the cabin's roof.
Right, let's wait until he talks to the other fella. That's the guy that we knocked into the river in like the first episode, wasn't it? Yeah, just walk casually, you know. Right, what have we got? Actually, what have we got in our inventory even?
It was a very old bar of chocolate with a row of boys pictured on the wrapper. It was the small card on which the weighing machine had written its lies.
13 stone. Though she was talking about lubs as well last week, wasn't she? I don't like that measurement at all.
There was nothing useful in the bag. It was the key to the museum display cabinet. It was the obsidian dagger I'd borrowed from the British Museum. I guess when all this was over, I'd have to return it. It was a hair clip.
Right, so we're up here. Any points, any action points to fiddle with? Got a mop that we can pick up. Can we? Click on that. Is he going to go? Right, just going to try and do that. Oh, I think she's going to get shot. Yeah. Is it going to let me click and load? Right, restore save. Restore confirm. Yeah, thanks for everyone. That's a game complete. Right, jiggle across to here. Maybe when he comes back around, maybe we try and unlock it and then quickly change to the ladders. Yeah, we were saying yesterday as well, Royalty, that when we finish the game, you'll just have to marathon it on the playlist on YouTube. Come on, unlock the door. Click, click, click. Oh, she's gonna get shot again. What a muppet. It takes ages before it lets me click off this screen. Store save. This could be the entire stream now. Let's. Ooh.
I didn't think I had time to get to the mop before the guard reappeared.
Sneak across here. Wait till he comes back around and then we'll try clicking on the mop babies. Come on. What can we do with the mop?
The guard would be suspicious if I moved the mop.
Oh, she's going to get shot again because it's taking control. There's no way to quickly get past this. Clicking away. Right, let's click there because she needs to advance one move. Yeah, we'll try that one again because that's the way we first tried it. We went the ladders and then the door, and then we got shot. We'll try it this way. I don't know. Click it maybe and see what happens. Come on, get down the steps. There's no sense of urgency, is there?
The tactical advantage of hiding in the...
Come on. Up there, you muppet. Exactly. If it wouldn't have threatened being shot, Royalty, we wouldn't... wouldn't even be there.
The guard would be suspicious if I moved the mop.
Come on. Give me... Our animation's stuck. Come on. We've shown that end page for so long. George is, he's enjoying his time in the Caribbean. Let's jump across there. Wait for him to come back. And click there, and then she holds until he stops, and then her animation starts. then we click there. Open the door, back up the ladders. This deck must be worn down, the amount of laps this fella's doing.
Got you.
Before we do anything. Well, that got us 2% of progress. It's in the porthole then.
But the Collard woman was there. They'll know it was me.
But you have the stone. The right stone, you're sure?
Yes, of course, it's the Jaguar stone. No possible mistake. Here it is. Karzak, please. The police will be looking for me soon. You're going to get me out of the country, aren't you?
Stop your whining, Ubier. Do you have any idea what this stone symbolizes?
I thought you just wanted it to frighten the natives.
Fool. I intend to cast this stone into the sea.
But why? It's unique.
Exactly. With it gone, the Mayan priest's plan to destroy Tezcatlipoca cannot succeed.
I can assure you that Tezcatlipoca is a mythical figure.
Such a small mind you live in. Tezcatlipoca is real. I have seen him in my dreams. We have spoken of his plans for this world. We have spoken of your part in these plans.
My part?
He told me you would be useful. He told me how to crush your spirit by turning you to drugs.
My wife died. You know that full well. She was my world, my everything.
And now? You are no longer useful. She called out your name as she died, you know.
What? What are you saying?
And then they thought you'd done it. It all worked perfectly.
You? It was you? You bastard! You monster! For the love of God, Karzak!
Which one?
Yep, he dead now. But yeah, Roti, you've definitely got to draw him and some of the fun characters from this series.
I couldn't just rifle his body without making sure he was really dead. There were no signs of life, but I checked that Ubier really was beyond help.
At the start of the first game, she was poking around dead bodies.
We were going to need the stone to thwart Karzak. I knew Ubier would have approved. It was the Jaguar stone, all right.
Oh, come on, come on. Everything we've got is a knife. Oh, come on. You muppet. Store game. Load. We'll skip the cinematic. If it'll let me.
But the Collard...
But you have the stone.
Yes,
Have to get your screenshots later on so you can do your sketches.
Stop your
I thought you...
Fool.
But what?
Exact.
I can assure...
Such a I have seen. We have spoken.
My part...
He told me.
My wife...
And now?
You already got one, Roti.
She called out your name as she died.
What?
And then...
You? For the love...
Which...
Anything else in here that we need? No, it's just the 2 points.
There were no signs of life, but I checked that Oublier really was beyond help. We were going to need the stone to thwart Karzak. I knew Oublier would have approved. It was the Jaguar stone, all right.
Yes. Thingamajig. There we go. She just run through that railing.
Pirates? I was about to make good my escape when...
Cut! Who the hell are you?
I can explain everything.
Don't bother.
The front of his face looks like that creepy guy, the archaeologist from the beginning. Oh God,
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were making a movie.
So who are you?
Stobbart, George Stobbart. 2 B's and 2 T's.
It's okay, Mr. Hawks. He wasn't in the shot.
Hawks? This had to be Carlton Hawks, the newest enfant terrible of Tinseltown. I'd read about him. Mailroom boy makes good. Nice to know it was still possible to get to be a director armed with only an encyclopedic knowledge of postal charges.
Stay out of the way, surfer boy. I'll deal with you later.
Surfer boy? What's the name of the movie?
Are you trying to be funny?
No.
It's Treasure Island, the only book I ever read twice.
I don't recall any girls in Treasure Island.
Gotta think box office. People like that kind of thing.
What other changes have you made to the story?
Just a few minor details.
You haven't written out Long John Silver.
Are you questioning my integrity as an artist? Of course Silver's still in it. We've even hung on to Captain Flint.
His parrot.
His trained attack falcon. Why do you think Blind Pew's blind?
Did you say you've changed the ending of the story?
That's right.
Do they find the treasure?
Yeah, but that comes later, after they've escaped the volcanic eruption.
A volcano?
Sure. Krakatoa.
All the millions spent on a movie, and nobody thinks to buy an atlas. Who's playing Jim Hawkins?
Haiku McEwen. Oh, don't tell me you've never heard of him.
I don't go to the movies too often.
Jeez. Haiku is only the hottest teen star in Hollywood. That's why we're on such a tight schedule. Gotta film the close-ups before he hits puberty.
Who's the leading lady?
Don't you recognize her? That's Sharon Kowalski.
Oh, right. I'd never heard of her. You know what the locals call this place, don't you?
No, but I guess you're gonna tell me.
Zombie Island.
Zombies?
A crazed gleam came into his eye.
Get me the writers. Get me makeup. I want zombie pirates in this movie by the end of today.
Yeah, that's usually the case with me with lots of them, especially the modern ones. It's a case of I have no idea who they are.
Hey there, I'm George Stobbart.
Well, hi, handsome. You're cute. I wish it was you playing the lead male instead of that kid.
I can't act, ma'am.
So what? I bet you can kiss.
I couldn't believe I was having this conversation with a real movie star.
Exactly, they can't be that good if we've never heard of them.
What's it like sharing the spotlight with an actor who's young enough to be your son?
What do you mean?
Oh, look at the option that we've got here to ask her. Shame we don't still have the dog biscuits. Or even his theodolite.
What do you think of Hawk's treatment of Treasure Island?
It's okay, I guess. I never saw the original.
It's a book. One of my favorites.
Really? The novelization's out already?
What part are you playing?
Pirate Babs, the ruthless and passionate lady buccaneer. It's a great part. I get to kiss a lot, and I kick ass. Like the boots?
I found this reed in the swamp on the other side of the island.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I used it to shoot a poisoned dart at a wild boar. It was a real-life drama, not just a scene from a movie.
Right.
She was having trouble with the whole real life is not a movie concept. Take a look at this ancient Mayan artifact.
That's just a hunk of stone with a picture scratched on it.
In a way, I guess. You don't happen to have seen anything similar, have you?
No.
Now the big question.
What do you think of these?
Ew, they're awful.
You have no idea how much you've just gone up in my estimation.
Yeah, 100% blonde.
Hi there, George Stobbart.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Haiku McEwen.
You're playing Jim Hawkins, right?
Jimbo. I had Mr. Hawks change his name.
Jimbo Hawkins, right.
Though his IQ sounds, very similar to that of a grapefruit.
Is your name really Haiku?
Yeah. It was my mom's idea, okay? When I was born, I was so small and perfectly formed I reminded her of a Japanese poem.
Well, I guess it could have been worse. She could have called you Limerick.
That's my middle name.
Did you always want to be an actor?
I don't think of what I do as acting, man.
You're not alone.
It's more like I'm the voice of my generation. What I'm saying for the kids on the street.
Which is what? I'm crap, I'm going nowhere?
Huh? What are you saying, man?
Stobbart, get out of shot. Positions, everybody.
I'll get a flip chart and explain it to you later, Haiku.
Haiku, baby, are you ready?
Okay, man. Which scene is this?
You've been captured by Silver's accomplice, Pirate Babs, who's fallen in love with you.
That whirring sound you can hear? It's Robert Louis Stevenson spinning in his grave.
Okay, people, top of page 76, Sharon.
What about my big speech?
It's been cut. Everybody ready? Up to speed. Quiet on the set. Okay, let's make magic.
Oh, please.
And action!
Why don't you forget that dumb old squire and his bunch of merry men? Can't you see we were made for each other?
I know, but Squire Trelawney saved my life, Captain Babs. Why, if it hadn't have been for him, that giant octopus would have made mincemeat out of me.
But right now he thinks you're a traitor. He's locked you out of the stockade, Jimbo.
That 20-foot-high wall with spikes might have kept out Silver's men, but it ain't gonna stop me.
Oh, Jimbo.
And cut! Good heavy breathing, Sharon.
Natch, I'm a pro.
Did you get the heavy breathing, Flash? Did I ever, boss? We should have made this movie in 3D. Haiku, you were great. We're setting up for the stunt now, so get a bite to eat.
Look at the size. That must be his stuntman. Look at the size of him.
Savage, on set, damn it.
Oh, here we go again. Is this another cinematic? No, absolute control.
Hi, I'm George Stobbart.
My name's Harris. Most people call me Flash.
You're the cameraman, right?
That's right.
Why'd they call you Flash? You used to be a stills photographer?
Nope.
I decided not to pursue the subject.
I was thinking the same thing.
What do you think of Haiku McEwen?
What's to think? The kid will have earned more by the time his balls drop than I'll earn in a lifetime. Good luck to him.
Right, let's talk to the stuntman now.
Hi, George Stobbart.
Hello, mate.
You're English, right?
Blimey, you don't miss much, do you? Bert Savage.
That voice.
How long have you been in the movie business?
Flipping years, mate. Absolutely flipping years. I was in the army before that. Thought to myself, You've been risking your bleeding neck every day. Why not cash in on it like?
So you became a stuntman, just like that?
Nah, of course not. I had to do the training first.
No bother royalty. You know, before we go, I know you like this sound effect. A quick mouthful of orange before we continue.
What training does a stuntman do?
First, they told me to stand in the road. Then, they rammed me down. Straight up. Drove at me with a car. I couldn't believe it. I was up on the bonnet and over the other side before I realised he wasn't stopping. Then they threw me downstairs a bit and gives me a certificate.
That's simple.
Did you ever work with Carol Climax?
The Dirty Dachshund? I'll say. Flipping princess, mate.
I heard she was very beautiful.
Mind you, she acted like one too. Ordering this, demanding that.
Did you ever meet Bertrand Oubier?
Meet him? No. I saw him a few times, though. He didn't like his wife being in films.
Do you think Oubier murdered his wife?
I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Mind you, there were plenty of people who could have done her in.
I thought the public loved her.
Yeah, but people who knew her saw the other side.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
What's that, mate? Stone axe?
No, it's just a piece of polished stone.
Very nice indeed. Shine it up a bit, you get a few bob for that.
It's all of his conversations done.
Hi.
Anything left on her?
Hi, gorgeous.
I couldn't think of anything else to talk to her about.
Go back to the director bloke, see if we'll get any more conversations. See what we're going to try and do next.
Mr. Hawks, I was wondering if...
Not now. I got a movie to make. Time for the stunt, Savage. It's a short run, bounce on the plank, and somersault over the spikes and stockade wall.
Do what?
Plank, spikes, wall, over. Easy, a child could do it.
At my age? You must be joking.
I could replace you, Savage.
Yeah, with an arthritic baboon.
Replace me? Lummy, this could be the last stunt I ever perform. I need to think about this. Get myself in the right frame of mind.
A suicidal one would fit the bill for that stunt.
Fine. You do that. In the meantime, we'll break for lunch.
Oh, great. I'm famished.
Stay right there and meditate, Savage.
Tight-ass little git.
You wouldn't get me up there.
See, I've got a road round here, see what we've got.
Yeah, man.
I may not be making millions of dollars, and I may not have thousands of nubile, if uncritical, young women lusting for my body, but I've got something that you haven't. This small piece of coal.
Man, you're getting freaky on me.
All the stuff on the table. Could we pinch?
The bun was so stale it felt like a small rock. I didn't want another one of the pancakes in my pocket.
What have we got?
It was a stale bun which could easily have passed for a rock. It was a plain pancake. It was a pot of maple syrup.
Anything else we can click on? Let's walk to the other side of frame. If there's anything, I know that plank there says we can click on it, but I want to take a look at some of the other stuff first.
I couldn't see any way of lowering the drawbridge, or any reason for wanting to. The drawbridge was up.
So what happened to all the people that were having the little fight over here? They just buggered off and left the set. Well, there's something over here we can click on. Maybe it's not. Right,
I wasn't going to upset Hawks anymore by tampering with his props. It was a plank balanced precariously on a barrel.
Bush as well. What's that one?
As I walked towards the bush, it started buzzing angrily. I don't want to worry you, but there's a hornet's nest over in that bush.
Hornets. That reminds me of a film I was in. The Black Hornet.
The Black Hornet? I don't remember seeing that one.
Before your time, most likely.
What happens in it?
Lummy, what don't happen in it? I was shot, stabbed, fed to piranhas, dangled from an airship, and trampled by a zebra.
No, I mean, what was the plot?
Plot?
Would you like a bun?
No way. The last one I tried cracked my dentures.
Would you like this pot of syrup?
No thanks, mate. I don't like the stuff.
Would you like a pancake, Bert?
Don't mind if I do.
I had nothing else to ask him just then.
Go back to this fella.
I was talking to Mr. Savage, the stuntman. Is he all right?
What makes you say that?
He's not making any sense.
The guy's English.
Can we pick up any more stuff from here? I'm guessing that we need to stir up the hornets. I'll pick up anything else to do here.
That was no good. Nope.
Alright. Oh, and he then just slaps it straight back into his pocket.
It was a pancake covered in maple syrup.
Syrup in the bush. Oh, I don't even... Oh. He just won't get rid of the stuntman.
What have you got there?
Another pancake, Bert?
Yeah, go on.
The pancake oozed maple syrup all over Bert's chins.
You put bloody syrup on that pancake. Now it's messed me all up.
Let's try that again then.
Get that camera rolling. This could be good. Cut and printed. That was brilliant, folks.
And she
Okay,
fainted.
the next scene is down on the beach. This is where Hawkins finds the treasure in the Cave of the Crabs.
Would those be giant killer crabs by any chance?
Giant mutant killer crabs with attitude.
There it was, the rock I'd seen from the camel's hump. Now that I was close up, I could make out a small cave near the top of the pillar.
Yeah, it's always going to be with attitude. I don't quite understand what was the point of doing all that.
Oh, me?
I want you to stay right where I can keep an eye on you.
I'm not one of your lackeys, Hawks. I go where I like.
Not here, you don't. The movie company has rented this island for the duration. You're trespassing. Do as you're told or you're gone.
Right here then.
Yeah, hang on there a minute, champ. No messing with the equipment or the Union will be down on you.
Oh, okay. There was nothing else I wanted to ask the cameraman.
To the tent.
Hey, surfer boy, stay out of there.
Oh, what is it this time?
That's the wardrobe tent. You've got no business to be going in there.
Looked like I wasn't gonna get to play dress up.
Talk to this Muppet again. Then we'll move over to these ones over here.
Why don't you use that cave up on the rock pillar at the end of the beach?
We don't have a stuntman anymore.
Hey, I'll do the stunt.
I appreciate the offer, but if you fall, you'll sue us.
No, I won't.
Everybody hear that?
I heard it.
Good enough, we're covered. Got any experience?
Death-defying leaps, desperate fistfights, getting caught in explosions, you name it.
Okay, people, move out. We're shooting the scene at the end of the beach.
No, we're not. The camera's still bogged down.
Shoot, I forgot about that. No go, Stobbart. We'll have to use this cave after all.
You don't look happy.
Why should I be happy? Look at that cave. It's supposed to be where the treasure is.
So?
Look at it! It's crap! Does that look like the sort of place anybody would hide treasure? I should have had props build me a proper damn cave. A cinematic cave.
What do you mean, a cinematic cave?
One with drama. Danger. One that looks like the mouth of a big stone skull would be cool, but I'd settle for drama and danger.
We'll talk to these fellas now.
Hi, Bert.
Don't you eye me. Fine friend you turned out to be.
What's the problem?
Huh.
What's it like to work with Carlton Hawk?
Flipping misery, mate.
Look, Bert, what's wrong?
You got a bloody nerve. If I didn't know better, I'd have thought you gave me that pancake just so them hornets would go for me.
Oh, Bert, you've wounded me. How can you think that?
Well, by looking at the evidence.
What films have you worked on in the past?
Remember Death Stalker of the 10th grade? The psychotic biker what crashed into the school bus? That was me. Or what about They Prayed to Satan? I was the bloke in the hospital scene. You know, the one who caught fire, fell through the flipping skylight.
I don't think I caught those.
Yeah, looks fine to me.
I don't know why you still want to be a stuntman anyway.
This is all I know, isn't it? If I don't do this, what do I do?
Well, how about being a stunt coordinator?
Being a what?
You stand around in a big jacket and a baseball cap, telling the stunt people what to do.
I can do that.
Hey, you've done the job for years and you're not dead. That's gotta be good for morale.
Well, I don't know.
You get your own megaphone.
I'll do it.
George Stobbart, international adventurer and roaming careers advisor. Must be cool getting to travel the world like this.
Yeah, nice here, innit? My Beryl used to love the seaside. Day out at Clacton. Bloody smashing. A pint of jellied eels washed down with a bottle of brown. Quick feel on a big wheel and a stroll around the town. Course, them days, you could live like a flipping king on 10 bob a night. Tombola, frothy coffee at the cafe or the prom.
You know, I don't have the faintest idea what you're talking about.
You hear that in the middle there? Quick feel on a big wheel.
I've had a great idea. How about you dress up as Jim Hawkins and climb up to that cave over there?
What cave? That cave? You must think I'm balmy. I did me back in being chased by them hornets over that flaming stockade wall. No way am I going up there.
Well, that narrowed the field.
Something just went weird with my computer. I got the disconnected USB sound for a second. I assume everything's still working.
Hey, Haiku.
Yeah, man.
Would you like a bun?
No way, man. I have to be careful what I eat.
Yeah, never eat anything smarter than yourself.
We need to get that quote thing up so that we can put all these in. Right, so what have we got then? We need to get up there, but this Muppet won't let us go down the beach. There's a broken camera.
Hey! Get out of shot!
Nobody filming anything, you tool.
Flash?
Yep.
We can't film at the Needle Rock because the camera's bogged down, right?
You got it, champ.
So why can't we use the portable camera instead?
You know, that's a pretty smart idea.
Just leaves it at that.
Mr. Hawks doesn't like that cave. He says it isn't cinematic enough.
Well, that's just too tough. The camera's bogged down in the sand. If he wants the shot done today, it'll have to be that cave.
There's a pretty good cave over on the other side of the bay.
The one up in that finger of rock? We'd need a stuntman.
You got a stuntman.
We ain't got no stuntman. Bird injured his back doing that dumb wall jump.
I'm going to get this camera shifted then. But they're really making an effort to, like, dig it out, aren't they?
That camera wasn't going anywhere.
We've got an inventory. We grease it up. Off from a bun.
I didn't think he'd be interested in that. I've been talking to the cameraman. He's got a portable camera.
So?
So you can use the cave in that rock pillar at the end of the beach. That's a dramatic cave if ever I saw one.
We ain't got a stabilized harness for it. The camera will wobble.
Did D.W. Griffiths have a stabilized harness when he made Birth of a Nation?
You're right, damn it. Hitchcock, Wells, none of them needed one. For crying out loud, Sam Raimi stabilized his camera on a plank. Props, get me a plank. We're gonna wing it. Hot dog. We're gonna do a cinema verite pirate movie. George, get to wardrobe. We're gonna make you a star.
On my way.
Here we go.
Ready when you are, Mr. Hawks.
I know he looks ridiculous, doesn't he?
It was the stone which Ketch had captured from the Spanish. The Eagle Stone.
Back to the village.
I returned to Quaramonte and found that George had left a message with Conchita. He'd already left for the Indian village, so I hurried to catch up with him. When I arrived, I found a scene of desolation.
It's out on the ground. I click on it. Looks like that general boat got to the village first.
These sunglasses are George's. George, where are you?
Is that the fella from the warehouse in the first one? The first part.
Titi Poco, I'm almost glad to see you. You little asshole, what happened here? Are you responsible for this? And where's George? Have you seen him? He was pointing to the remains of a burned-out hut. It was too hot to pick up.
For a second there, For a second there, you know what I thought that was?
I didn't need the lantern since it was still daylight. Besides, it was broken. It was a smashed lantern, probably the cause of this destruction.
Let's have a look. What else can we pick up? There's a cup here.
That cup was no use to me. It had a hole in it. There was nothing in the barrel.
I want to go back to the start there to see what if that thing in the gateway was something that we could click on. It just looked too obvious.
Maybe George can make use of these.
Oh no.
They were lovely underpants, really.
They've each got a set now.
It was the small card on which the weighing machine had written its lies. They were George's shades.
Let's head back through and talk to that fella. That's what I thought over the other side there when that red came into frame. I thought that it was I thought it was her panty sitting on the ground. See, just that first second when it comes into frame. Right, let's talk to this fella again.
These are George's shades, right? Has he been here?
Jaws!
Where is he now? What's that? It looks like the stone we bought from Paris, but it's different. Yes, it has a carving of an eagle. That clinches it. George must have found this stone in the Caribbean and managed to hide the stone when the village was attacked by Karzak's men. I hope to God that George was all right. Where's George? George has been here, right? He was pointing to the smoldering remains of a hut.
Not inside the barrel, is he?
I just didn't have the strength to tip that barrel. Hey, Shorty, make yourself useful and help me with this barrel.
You wouldn't get away alive with that like that now.
Thanks. I recognize that. It's the coyote stone. I had the coyote and jaguar stones. Titipoco had the eagle, according to the shaman. That's all we needed to deal with Tezcatlipoca. Pity he hadn't any ideas for dealing with Karzak. What is it? Where are you pointing? Ashes. The thought that they might be human chilled me to the bone.
Exit this way. But here, some rope first. Oh, she can't put it in her pockets. All right. Leave that there for the minute.
It was a simple wooden platform lift, used for shifting equipment, I presumed. The engine looked like it was supposed to power the lift. It was a small but very enticing button. The cap was attached to the lift engine by a chain. There was a lever mounted on the side of the motor.
Start pressing buttons and pulling levers.
The button didn't seem to do anything.
What's this one?
It was an old electricity generator. It looked like a fuel line. No way did I want to get into conversation with that pack of vermin.
They don't seem that bothered.
Hey, señorita!
Too late.
Never mind.
I had been seen. Bonjour, Capitaine.
Only Sergeant, pretty one. What are you doing here?
Snuggle said I could come here with him.
Snuggles?
Oh, I mean the General. We're, friends. May I go up the pyramid?
We have strict instructions not to let anybody pass.
Oh, but I've told you who I am. Surely nobody would mind.
Well,
Oh, please, I'd be ever so grateful.
I tell you what. I'll ask Pablo if it's okay for you to go up.
If Pablo saw me, I'd be dead. No, it's not worth the bother. I'm not really that interested in their stupid pyramid anyway.
Well, okay. It's men's work up there anyway.
I'll just run along and play around here, okay?
Okay, you do that.
I didn't want to push my luck by talking with the guards again.
Right, so what we got here? I'm guessing we have to use the lift, but it's not working. So, back that that's a filler cap, I'm taking we have to get fuel from over here to here. What did we pick up from here before as well?
It was a small, screw-fit cylindrical housing.
So I'm guessing we can use that to... we'll talk to the other fella as well in case he's got anything that we can open up.
Would you like some chocolate, Titi Poco? It's good vintage. You're smarter than you look. How did you hook up with a maniac like Karzak in the first place?
Karzak? Whoop whoop, loco!
Yes, he scares me too.
Whoop whoop loco. Describes a lot of people that I know. What do we have to do with this rope? Can we tie it to the generator, maybe? No, I was thinking like maybe pull it to jump start the motor or something.
It looked like a fuel line.
Can we do anything with that though? With the pants.
They were lovely underpants, really.
Cut them, you reckon? Oh, there we go, she's animating. That looks problematic. Get it in the funnel. Where's the filler cap? There it is, filler cap. What's the rope for? Can't we tie up the bloke? I don't remember what his name is now.
Titi Poco, any ideas what I can do with this rope? He just looked at me. If anybody was going to come up with a plan, it was going to have to be me.
Let's go back to the machine, press the button. I assume this must start it.
The motor spluttered into life.
Yep. And then the lever's going to be the brake.
The engine was working okay, but it wasn't connected to the equipment lift.
Ah, right, so that's, the rope has to get used to that then. Back up again. Maybe I should stop the machine first. Let's go back, put the brakes on. And pick this up again. Nope. Talk to him again.
There was nothing I wanted to ask him.
Let's have a little wander back over here. Well, hang on, we had the option to pick this up before, didn't we? I just wonder if we could have dipped it in that. Maybe use it on him.
Titipoco, do you still have that lighter gun you pulled on me so amusingly?
What's going on over there? Do you need help, my pretty?
Nothing's wrong. I dropped, a cigarette, but everything is under control. I'll have the fire out in a minute or two.
No concern from anybody.
No way was I going to touch the fire. Self-immolation isn't my style. There was nothing I wanted to ask him. The engine looked like it was supposed to power the lift. It was a simple wooden platform lift, used for shifting equipment, I presumed.
Anything in our inventory that we could use to connect? Have to try it on the rope on each one of these things and see what happened. Problem is we'll have to sift through this animation every time. Oh, it drops it. Can we get past us? That side bit now been cut off to us. No.
I really didn't want to talk to them. I really didn't want to talk to them.
Anything else that I can click on here?
I really didn't.
Click on all four of them there. Nothing else over here. Oops. Clicked off the page. Inventory's full of junk.
There was nothing I wanted to ask you. He wouldn't have wanted it. It was a simple wooden platform lift, used for shifting. It was a small but very enticing button. The engine stopped dead.
Maybe now it's turned off. We can attach the rope. Nope. Yeah, the rope doesn't seem to want to click to anything. Started a small fire. She doesn't want to talk to any of the characters. Then just wave the cursor around and see if there's any like of a blue. Oh, hang on.
The scaffold gantry went all the way up the pyramid.
Right, we haven't seen that blue point. Let's try the rope on that.
The scaffold gantry went all the way up the pyramid.
Let's talk to him.
There was nothing I wanted to ask him. The scaffold...
Anything else that we haven't clicked on? So the 4 points on there we've already dealt with. There's a generator here that we've set on fire. Can't click on the stick again. And there's nothing else coming up as I wave the mouse around there. Head up back over here. So the only points here are just them to click on. And there's nothing else coming along here. I'll offer them something.
It looked like Karzak was using Quaramontean troops and local Indians as his guards. It looked like Karzak... I really didn't want to talk to them. It was an old electricity generator.
I'm guessing this wheel here has to be connected to something
There
above
was
them.
nothing I wanted to ask him.
And that's what you need the rope for. So what I'm thinking is, do we ask him to climb up and loop it around? We can't attach it to the engine because she just ends the animation. Try and use it on him again, now that we've clicked on that other thing.
Titipoko, I have an important job for you. Take this rope to the top of this scaffolding and throw it over the top.
Oh,
Can she just climb up the scaffold herself? What's the fire for? Now we can use it on the engine. Start the motor.
The motor spluttered into life.
I'm guessing we have to ask him to release the brakes because it's probably going to make the platform go straight up. Yeah. Talk to him.
Titipoko, when I tell you, I want you to copy what I am doing.
Copy.
Have to get off the platform quick then if he's going to immediately bring it back down.
Okay? Copy. George! I realized those bastards were going to sacrifice George to Tezcatlipoca over my dead body. Thankfully, George was the only one to notice me.
Where are they? The eclipse is about to happen.
Patience. Your mother will be here soon and Karzak will be close behind. Just keep the Yankee covered and leave the worrying to others.
Yeah, Raoul.
The maniacs were going to sacrifice George!
Shut up, Stobbart. Just shut up!
Calm down. He's no threat.
Hey, Raoul, why don't you do us both a favor and shoot Pablo?
You're very funny, Stobbart. I haven't forgotten Marseille. When Karzak cuts your heart out, I'll be the one laughing.
I'll bet I'm not the only one due for the chop around here either. Hey, Raoul?
I'm warning you.
Raoul was a bundle of raw nerves. I hoped George wouldn't push him too far.
I get the feeling that we should really save it right now. 91%. Right, what we got? Boxes.
There were a few sealed crates and drums. None of them looked like they might be useful.
Ammunition belt. Reckon we can use that in the fire? Because they'll shoot off. Distraction.
I couldn't
Incense
get
pot.
near the pot unseen. It smelled coppery, like blood. The whole place stank like an abattoir. If Pablo had seen me, he'd have killed me. It was as simple as that. I might have been able to talk the general around if Pablo hadn't been there. It was a stone table. Given the history of the place, I wondered how many poor wretches had lost their lives and hearts upon it.
Anything else we can click on? Yep. Ammunition. Fire. Booms.
What's that? What's happening?
Trouble.
Give it up. The pyramid's surrounded.
I'll find out what the trouble is. Watch Stobbart doesn't pull any tricks. If he does, shoot him in the head, not through the heart.
Why does it matter? He'll be dead either way.
His heart belongs to Tezcatlipoca.
That's not true. We just had dinner a couple of times.
The crates and drums were sealed, and I had no way of getting into them. It smelled coppery, like blood. The whole place stank like an abattoir.
Yeah, I love the lines he comes up with. His cheek. Right, let's talk to this Muppet now. Oh, I should have saved it. Never mind, it's too late. We know what we've got to do anyway. We have to repeat it.
Drop the gun or I shoot!
Please, don't hurt me.
Don't worry yourself, my finger isn't loaded.
Nico, what are you doing here?
Firstly, I'm going to set George free, and then screw up Karzak's scheme.
No, I can't let you do that. Karzak has promised me power.
Raoul, wake up. The only thing Karzak has on offer is death. You may want to ask Oublié, except you can't. Karzak murdered him.
You're lying. Oublié's in Europe.
Sure, he's in Europe. In London, on a mortuary slab with 2 bullet holes in him.
But Karzak promised. When he frees Tezcatlipoca, we'll all be granted great power.
Listen to her, Raoul. Karzak's insane.
I don't know. I need to think.
You've let your mother do your thinking for you up to now. You need to think for yourself. Your mother and Karzak think alike. There's only one expendable member of the plan left, and that's you.
Mother would never betray me.
Oh, I'm tired of trying to reason with you, Raoul. Titipoco. Watch this man, and if he makes a move, shoot him with your gun.
He looks like he's got a stupid grin on his face in that picture in the middle.
Hold still, George. I don't want to sacrifice you by accident.
I thought she would have kept him talking like I did when we were rescuing her.
You have no idea how glad I am to see you.
They were going to cut your heart out. I think I can guess. We can save the happy reunions for later. We've got to move. Come on!
We're safe.
This is a dead end.
We're toast. I know, Titipoco. I'm not too happy here either.
He knows this is Tezcatlipoca's pyramid. The house of the enemy.
Well, we can't stay here like rats in a trap.
And we can't go out the way we came in. It would be suicide. I'll have a look round. Maybe there's another way out. In the meantime... Take this. It's the Coyote Stone. It might bring you luck, I hope.
You managed to recover the stones from the village? Then we might have a chance after all. Incidentally, what would Titipoco have done if Graciento had moved?
Titipoco? Nothing. He's given up violence.
I just want to save it again. 94%. Leather, pattern, leather. These things then.
The pattern seemed to have only religious significance. On the wall was an intricate pattern in blue and gold. On the wall,
Oops.
By the door was a pattern picked out in blue. This was a time for action, not talk. Georges?
Yeah?
There was nothing I wanted to talk to Georges about just then.
We have to offer him the pants.
It was Georges, just rescued from certain death and not looking suitably grateful.
No, we can't do that. Right, let's investigate what these are. Pattern on the wall.
There was a large image on the wall of a man in ceremonial garb. More usefully, there were also a couple of levers.
See what happens.
Oof! The lever was very difficult to move and appeared to do nothing anyway.
And the other one?
Heave! Still no good.
I don't know, can we put the stone on the lever maybe? You know they've got to be put into place somewhere, some kind of like a key mechanism. Maybe you've got to do both of them at once. We'll get somebody else to help.
George?
Yeah?
Yep. That looks incredibly rude.
George, I can only pull one lever at a time, and I think we need to pull both together.
Okay, I'm up for that.
Yep. He's going to be on the slab next.
Raoul, there's something suspicious. This sacrifice! Where is it?
Nico was here with Titipoco. They set him free. I couldn't stop them.
You idiot! I should have strangled you at birth. Titipoco's gone soft. He wouldn't have hurt you.
I know that.
The darkness of this hun is almost upon us, and we have no sacrifice to appease Tezcatlipoca. Have you any idea what your incompetence will cost us?
I think so. And I'm glad.
What?
The Mayans weren't fools. Tezcatlipoca should stay exactly where they put him.
Finally got some backbone from somewhere, huh? Shame it's so late in the day.
I'd rather die than see you and Karzak with the devil's power.
Fine, we're still a sacrifice short. See, the eclipse begins. Pablo, kill him! Tezcatlipoca can feed upon his yellow heart.
Nico was right all along, but it's still not too late. Come on then, Pablo. Let's see who sacrifices who.
What place is this? I was in some sort of strange room. Tiles and dials. The priests who designed this place must have known how to use them. I was going to have to figure it out for myself if I ever wanted to get out of here.
There was a line in between the thing where it dropped, wasn't it?
The chute I'd arrived on was too steep and slippery to get back up. It was the great stone head that had spat me out. It reminded me of an ex-boyfriend, on both counts.
Just which is ex-boyfriend, that looks incredibly rude as well, doesn't it? We've got here some big wheels.
The room was dominated by an enormous device, decorated with the usual Mayan motifs. It held two great discs, each covered in glyphs. It was the great disc machine.
Can we operate it? So we can spin it, and we've got an array of symbols here.
The tile didn't want to move. There were several tiles with glyphs on them.
We got here.
There was a statue of a monkey. Some sort of religious significance? The monkey held a board containing more tiles with colored glyphs on them.
Right, let's see what else is further down the room. Doesn't that look like somewhere we get shot out of or something? We've got 4 symbols here. These look like component parts of these symbols. Because let's see, you've got the cross bit there which matches that. Combined with that.
The tile didn't want to move.
Can I press on that?
The tile didn't move at all.
Right, so maybe it's the wheel locks, buttons. Are these component parts of that? Cracky, this could be quite a lengthy one. Hang on. Let's start from the top one then. So, this first one here looks like that one. This one. So let's, because we should be able to see this one here. It looks like two like snake heads. And we see two snake heads. And it, right there, there's the lower part. So must have to. I'm assuming we have to put these level. I know that's convenient. The snake thing's just there. Let's try this button now. Yeah.
The tile moved slightly.
This is going to take a while. So now we need the one with this free bit here, and which is that symbol there. And we need the one with the big empty circle, which is going to be that top one there, isn't it? That's lined up. That means we can press that. Click. And can we press that?
The tile moved inwards and clicked home.
Right, so next one, which is this symbol and this symbol. So right, let's start with right, that's the bit for that one, for that end one. Oh, this is going to be time consuming to turn these into one. What was it that went with the clover again? That one or that one? The one with the curved edges for the green top one. Yeah, I don't know if we have to go each one at a time though, to be honest. Maybe we don't get away with just doing this panel and then doing that panel. Might be faster. Cause right. Yeah, we're gonna do them one at a time, haven't we? Alright, so what was the next one? We'll click that one and we're going to combine it with this one. So the one that looks like Aquafresh stuff, which is that one. This one's going to go around a few times, isn't it? And it's this symbol here, isn't it? I wonder if we stand on the other side, stand over here, and then we'll click. Right, so that's a faster way of turning it. We just have to make sure that we're on. Oh, I clicked off the screen again. And we click that. And we should be able to click that. That's 2 down. So the next one is this cross in the middle. And this one over here. This one over here. Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be. Just 'cause the 3 dots on the bottom are like side by side there, and they're separate up here. So, what do I want? Funny cross thing. So let's stand here. Then click on this one to pull that down once. And then this one we need to pull down twice. There's 1. And there's 2. Then click on that one. And it was the 3 dots, which are those 3 dots we'll get on this side of the wheel. Look it. On this one, the next one's on top as well, so we'll just stay where we are. And once more. That one. And we'll click on this one. Right, and the final one, this looks like a right mess on this one here. So it's this one here, combined with this one here. So let's have a look for the one with the green bit on the bottom. There's this symbol here. But we want to click on this side to spin this one. I'm assuming it's this one up here, so do this one twice. Two. Click on that one. I'm assuming this mess is that. We'll see what else it could be out of that list. Might look better when it's right way up, maybe. Next one is the 3 brown things surrounding a little green arc in the middle. Is this symbol here, so we'll walk to the other side of the machine. And from this side. Two. And 3. Oh, I keep clicking that. The minute I've got the microphone arm, it is like right on that bottom corner of the screen. So I can't see when I'm moving the mouse over there. It's this one. And then the final switch, which is, you'll probably open that, you reckon?
Et voilà! George once told me that there's a knack to finding secret doors. I think I'm beginning to get the hang of it.
There we go, down the O.
So I thought, this is it, you know? This is true love. Anyway, I have to leave for a few weeks, and when I come back, what do I find? Damn right. And with who? Labano, that creep.
Huh?
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
That was an awfully long-winded puzzle, wasn't it? But it's the end of the game, I suppose they've got to make it a little bit stretched. Build up the suspense.
Oh, heck. Looks like another dead-end titty poco. Any ideas? I was hoping for something a little more constructive. Never mind, I'll have a look around.
And take a seat. let's ask him to light it, I suppose.
Look, I need to light this torch. Can you do something clever with a couple of sticks, or flint and tinder, or... or a cheesy novelty cigarette lighter, as it turned out. I had nothing else I wanted to ask the little guy.
I assume we can just walk off down here now, maybe?
Well, there was nothing else to do around here, so I pulled the lever. Nothing's happened. Oh, I hate that. Don't you hate that? Did it, Poco? Oh my... Great. I had no idea where I was, no idea where the others had got to, and time was running out to stop Karzak. Still, I wasn't dead yet, so it wasn't all bad news.
That looks like a cutaway. More levers to pull.
A stone slab that must have weighed tons sealed the door. The doorway was sealed with a massive slab of stone.
Assuming these doors just swapped.
Charming. The statue looked like it doubled as an incense burner.
Just remember, do we have anything exciting in our inventory still? Still got a rotten bun. He's still got his panties. Pull the other lever and see what happens. Right, that's now swapped those doors over. Assume this corridor must run along the back.
Every time I think this place can't get any spookier, it does. There was nothing I could do to the carving, even if I'd wanted to, which I didn't. How rapoosh. The carving reminded me of Lane for some reason.
What about these levers? Is that all the doors locked? Was that middle one was shut? Alright, let's go through here. Which one of the levers in here? Was it the left one? That made... oh.
The door was sealed by a massive stone slab.
Open that. So then closes that. Yeah, right, drop that one again. Sure, I wrote down which levers do what, shouldn't we? I'm assuming you've got to get all three doors open at the same time. What does this one do?
Yes! Finally! I'm out of here.
Oh well. Apparently that worked. assume that we can light this torch up here as well, maybe. Just want to save it again. Ooh, 98%.
Once more into the unknown.
Here we go. More levers.
Cool. Onwards and downwards, Mr. Stobbart.
Maybe this is a sort of weird mechanism we should put in the end temple. Hidden within the walls.
This was it. The pyramid's central chamber. Its dark heart. Once before in my life, I'd stood in front of a door and thought, this is it. If I go through there, I'm going to die. I'd been wrong then. I hoped I was wrong now. This was the door that led to the central chamber. And the smoking mirror.
Dun, dun, dun. What's he got in his hand? Is he holding the panties? So there we go. The end of Broken Sword 2, The Smoking Mirror. Very short cutscene, but if I remember the first one, I think had a very, very short cutscene at the end as well. Also hope I was quick enough to catch the copyrighted music at the end here before it was too late. So while the credits roll, because we'll let this go all the way to the end in case there might be any sort of like extra little like 2-second cutscene at the end, I have no idea. Next week that means that we will be starting, going back to one of my favourite point-and-click adventures, and it's in Simon the Sorcerer 2. It's an iOS game version that we'll be playing because the Steam version is messed up. So we're just going to play it on the phone. We're going to stream it from my phone to the Apple TV to then get captured and put into the stream. in that crazy setup again that we had for all the other iOS ones and the first one. But that'll be starting next week. So that means I have to go and get do a thumbnail for it now as well, don't I? Because it's the end of another end of one series, start of another one. I would like to maybe like do these games again, but like in a single sitting sort of session. So it'll be like a Sunday afternoon sort of one, just my speed run it, but still listening to the dialogue as we go. But alright, well we have got the third one of this game, which we'll be doing after Simon 2. After that, I'll go on. I'll buy the other two games after we've completed the third one. I can't remember what I was going to, because this one from this one we're going to go to Simon 2, then Broken Sword 3, and then I can't remember what was. I think it might have been Sam and Max. Might be going to do Sam and Max, or possibly. What the hell is it called? Monkey Island. Because that was quite a comedic game as well to play as a point and click. Because a few of those games in that series as well. But speaking of which, even though technically it's not point and click, if what I remember, Broken Sword 3 is actually a 3D game that you walk around with the controller, if I remember, because I have it on the original Xbox, but I only ever played the game maybe once or twice and never finished it, because I remember there was just one puzzle that I got to, from what I remember, and I just couldn't figure out what you had to do next to get through it, and unfortunately I never picked it back up again. I think I was probably put off because it wasn't like the point and click sort of style that I come to expect from the series. It's like Simon the Sorcerer 3D for the third one. I never finished that one because the game was a glitchy mess, and it was in 3D. It didn't really fit at all in with the theme and the comedy of the previous two. But I think a German company took over the Simon ones and made like a number 2 after that, I think. But I don't know anything about those at all. But we'll see. I don't know if I would do any more of the Simon series, because I just like to keep it as Simon's 1 and 2. That's that's the two I like. But tomorrow though, we'll be back with some more Minecraft, finishing off phase 2 of the dig site, and also maybe have a little trip into the Nether and maybe start gathering the like 30 odd shulker boxes of Blackstone that I'll be needing. Actually saying that I'll have to free up some shulker boxes, so I'll have to transport all the junk from the current area and take all that out to at least take it back to the base anyway. I can always just put it, because there's tons of it, I can always put it in chests and take the empty shulkers then back to the dig site to use. That'll probably be the best way to do it, because it can all sit there until after the project. Then all the stuff in the barrel, in the chests, can then go back into the shulkers and be stored away. That'll probably be the best bet. Otherwise, it's going to be another end trip to get another couple of stacks of shulkers. Absolutely tons. But, this week as well, we're also starting on Wednesday, because our what on earth do you call it? First person shootery sort of night on Wednesday. We unfortunately finished unexpectedly Plum Hunters, or Sniper Elite 4, because the other two missions are co-op missions, and unfortunately nobody's playing it, and it would be no good playing a co-op with like randoms on the internet. I will maybe pick up the DLC for that, because we have to plum hunt Hitler as well. But we'll do that further down the line. But we'll be starting with Halo 2, the Halo 2 Anniversary, which I assume is remastered the same as the first one was. But I've only ever played Halo 2 through once, and that was when it originally first came out. So I'm not quite sure. There's like bits and bobs in my head that I remember, but some of the levels will probably come back as we're playing it. That'll be what we'll be doing then. And then after that, on Wednesday, we were going to do Assassin's Creed, if I remember right, and then go back to Halo, go back and forth, breaking it up. Whilst we're waiting as well there, What's the egg counts up to? I bet Royalty will be upset now because you must have overtaken her by now. 37 and a half. At least it will be by the time we raid somebody. If there's anybody to raid. Ah, there you go. There's the thank you for playing thing. That must be the end of the credits. Now, is Nick Fury going to be on at the end? 800 in front. That was it. There was no sound effects or anything like that. So what are these buttons for then? We've got a comic here. I'll just sort of like skim through this. You can always pause it later. Oh, so this is kind of like a prequel-y kind of thing as well, because this is when that will be his dad in hospital, and this will be him trying to muscle in on the action. Skim through. Also dressed for action there. This must be how she gets the stone. She's gonna blow some stuff up. It's that Kazakh bloke. I said I'll just skip through these. It can always be paused later on to see what the actual the full story, but we're just getting the gist of it just by seeing the actions. That's the stone there, you can see in the hand. Uh-oh. Oh. So I thought the little package there was going to be something else. No one phoned. So that's that. What's the second one you can click on? Alright, this is his note. Same again. I'll scan through just so that they are, like, logged as part of the series in the stream. It can be paused at a later date. And this will be Nico's book. Their story. There we go. I don't think there's anything else. I don't think there was any other hidden thingamajigs. So that's it. That concludes Broken Sword 2. So all this, of course, will be the playlists for the full series is over there. So let's X out here, and we will see if there's anyone else available that we can go and harass for a couple of minutes. Change displays. Oh, is there anyone online to raid? We have a choice of Anita or David Packman. Who would you like to earn your bonus eggs from? Yep. I thought you would choose that one. So yeah, so we're back tomorrow with some more Minecraft, and so we've got a new series starting on Wednesday. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you for joining me today. If you are enjoying our journey and would like to see more, then please rate, comment, favourite and subscribe in whichever manner your chosen platform allows. If you are joining us on Twitch, Mixer or YouTube, where we have loads more for you to watch, from our live streams to all our episodes across our various series. You can also drop by and say hi over on Discord, where we chat about everything from Minecraft to books and movies to tabletop games. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching and have a lovely day.